Hi, faithful caregiver. I got thinking the other day, I had not done an activities video in quite some time. So I've got a list of 10 activities that hopefully will keep your dementia loved one occupied for a while at least. And I even threw on my fun shirt that I wear sometimes when I take my grandbabies out, just because it's an activities video. The first one is this: arranging flowers. I would take my dementia loved one to the dollar store or to a Hobby Lobby and just pick out a buggy load of flowers for them. Take them home and get a flower vase or two and let them just go to town arranging flowers in those vases. I really think that they're going to enjoy that. And what's really neat about that activity is it's something they can do over and over and over again, especially in later stages of dementia when they won't remember they did it yesterday. When they're asleep at night, you can take it apart and let them just do it again. The second thing is this: sewing squares together. If they used to use a sewing machine and make quilts like I have done, then they would really love taking a sewing machine and just sewing big squares together. Now, of course, this is all at your discretion. I do not take responsibility if they run their finger under the sewing machine and get hurt. You do it at your discretion and depending on what level and stage of dementia they're in. But if they used to sew years ago, then they probably can remember how to sew. So I would have just big squares, just simple big squares, and let them sew those together, and that would give them a sense of accomplishment also. The third thing is this: just go to a craft store and get something like this, a little birdhouse, and let them paint this birdhouse. And it's becoming summer now, it's springtime here in North Carolina when I'm making this video. They would enjoy taking a birdhouse like this and just painting it. Get some washable watercolors or washable paint that they can use and take them outside and let them just paint that any way they can. And that's going to be a fun project for them. The fourth thing is this: take them to the movies. There are simple movies out there that they can watch and follow. It doesn't need to be a big, loud, huge movie that's going to just scare them to death, but take them to the movies and maybe they would enjoy doing that if that's something that they've done in the past. The fifth thing is this, and this is a really simple one: sock matching. Just give them the pile of socks that come out of the laundry and let them sit there and just match those socks. And that's something soft and that will not injure them, and something that they can do, and it will be helpful to you and to them. And if they don't match them correctly, it's not the end of the world. The sixth thing is this: you can go online and order puzzles from a photo. So I would get a family photo, order that picture online, and it can be made into a puzzle. They actually make puzzles out of family photos. And that's something fun that y'all could do together as an activity. It might be something that you want to work on right before their sundowning time normally comes if they have sundowning issues. And that way they're involved in working on that puzzle and maybe can go through that time of night without getting upset. The seventh thing is this: word searches. You can go to the dollar store and get big books in giant print for word searches. And I would try that if they're still able to read and they're in the early stages of dementia. That would give them something to do, because a lot of them, again, they did this decades ago. You know, when we're in elementary school, we start doing word searches and we're hunting for words and circling words. So that's a little fun activity for them also. The eighth thing is this: dust. Just give them a dust cloth and let them go to town dusting things. Or you can get those little blue handled things that have the little, I don't even know what it's called on them, that they can just go around and dust. I would give them something that they could dust because they did that decades ago. They can possibly remember in their memory recall how to dust, and it gives them, again, a sense of accomplishment. Hi, I'm popping on here to say please like and subscribe this video if you're getting value from it. That helps me be encouraged to keep making these videos. Plus, it helps the algorithm to shove it out to more people to watch. Thank you. The ninth thing is this: get a ball of yarn and get a pile of buttons and let them just thread buttons onto that yarn. Just let them sit there and just thread buttons onto yarn, because it just occupies their mind. Now with this one, my caution is Make sure that they aren't dementia loved ones that like to put things in their mouth, because you don't want a button going in their mouth and end up at the ER. And oh my goodness, don't be getting back on this video saying, I did the button thing and we ended up at the ER. Do it at your discretion as always. But just threading buttons is a simple task, but it's something that they can do in the later stages that will keep them occupied for a little while. The 10th thing is this: exercise. There are a ton of exercise videos out there where they can just sit in a chair and do exercises. And I will try and drop in the link a video of a guy that does really simple exercises in his home. And hopefully you can do them with them even. And that's a lot of fun, to do exercises with your dementia loved one. But they're really simple. So if I get that link in that description, I will do that for you. I am not the best at putting links in descriptions, but I'll try to make that work for you. And I do have his permission to do that also. Thank you as always for taking care of your dementia loved one. God bless you and stay true.